Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our first of two live broadcasts. Apologize for being late. Had a little bit of a technical issue. Whenever you start merging things, different programs along with different software, sometimes not everything works. And it took me a little while to get going. Okay, so we're here. If you're looking for a game changer for your business, then you've come to the right place. In October, I'm going to reveal for the first time brand new prospecting and recruiting strategies that will enable you to connect with the best prospects for your business from LinkedIn's 980 million users. And I believe that's going to hit 990 million users before the end of the month. Facebook's 3.08 billion users. LinkedIn, I believe, is going to hit 1 billion in December. And Instagram's 1.68 billion users. That's right. I'm putting Instagram in the mix. I'm starting to work with some friends in Herbalife, and they have a phenomenal online tool that revolves around Instagram. So I'm going to be adding Instagram back into the bootcamp agenda. Now, if you haven't registered for it yet, you need to register for it. If you have an old promo code, that old promo code is going away today. There's only one promo code that's going to work after today. So if you're a former student, you need to jump on this today. We're including an extra training session, and we've got some new scripts. So go to maxleingart.com/bootcamp, use the promo code Big Deal, and that'll reduce the price. It's 5 sessions instead of 4. It'll reduce the price to $98. At the end of today, any other promo code that you might have isn't going to work. Now, I'm introducing something called the social networking trifecta. Now, in a trifecta in sports is a type of bet, especially on horse races, in which the bettor must select the first 3 finishes in exact order. LinkedIn is without question the premier social network that you absolutely have to be on. Facebook is next. And now, because Facebook owns Instagram and there's a lot of back and forth, these 3 social networks, as we come into the holiday season, October, November, and December, will help you take your business to a whole new level. Now you can transform your profiles into marketing magnets. So how would you feel if you knew in advance that the people you were talking to needed and wanted what you're selling, so you'd never be rejected when you told them about your network marketing business? You're going to feel like this when you could literally in advance know the people who would clearly be interested in what you're doing. Imagine waking up every morning feeling like that. How would you feel if you knew you could close 80% of the people that you talk to? LinkedIn, Facebook, now we're adding Instagram. There's a tremendous amount of overlap between Facebook and Instagram. That's how you're going to feel. So for the last 3 months, I've been secretly working on something new that generates more nonstop leads than you can believe, that will turn immediately into customers, distributors, and sales. Something that instantaneously positions you as a person of influence, so people can reach out to you and ask you about your business. Transform your profiles. Let them work for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now, for those of you that are students, you know the ripple effect. Everything that you do, every post you make, everything that you do can resonate all over the social network you're on. There are now 25 simple actions that you can take, that everybody that you bring into your business can take, that will immediately create a ripple effect. 8 on LinkedIn, 11 on Facebook, and now we're going to introduce 6 on Instagram. You can use these strategies to triple your business on LinkedIn, to triple your business on Facebook, and to triple your business on Instagram over the next 90 days. Whatever you do, whatever you post can resonate across the entire social network. So you can transform your profile. Oops, that's good. So you attract people with a post. All right? Post something and then talk to the people that respond. People will like it. People will love it. Start talking to the people that respond. Talk to the people that you know in advance need what you have. The more people you talk to, the more money you're going to make. So building a business isn't hard because leads are free. Now we have 980 million professional users on LinkedIn, and this is supposed to say 1.63 billion. Remember that everyone on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram created their profile for a specific reason. So it's easy to identify the people that you want to connect with and talk to everyone because you've got that has a recognizable agenda. Their photo, their profile cover, their contents, and their daily posting activity broadcast their agenda. You can pick out the people that you know in advance need what you have, want what you have. LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram are 3 big bowls of candy. They are virtual gold mines that contain prospects that you can reach into any time from any place in the world and pull out the colored candy of your choice. There's no limit to how many times you can do it. But above all, LinkedIn is better than Facebook or Instagram. Recruiting on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram is as easy as pulling green M&Ms from a bowl of candy. So you can enroll more reps with these proven actions and innovative texting scripts, changing your picture on Facebook, wishing people a happy birthday, a happy holiday, an unofficial happy holiday, or posting a motivating quote gets you immediate responses from people that you know, from people that you don't know that see it and like it. Then you send a message to the suitable prospects that respond to any of your actions and start a conversation. So whether you're an old friend, a new student, or an eager entrepreneur that wants to take their business to the next level, this new information is going to give you an unfair advantage over your competition. Let me pop over here. And I'm scrolling down here. Let's take a look. So Teresa, I'm trying to find you on LinkedIn. Do you
Hi.
see? Good morning. Do you see yourself here?
I don't.
Okay. Do you have a LinkedIn profile?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see if we can find you. See, when people look for you, you want people to be able to, you want your name to come right up to the top. So
Yes.
let's figure out what city or state are you in?
Arizona.
And let's click on people.
It's got doesn't have enough O's in my name.
Oh, I need an extra O.
Yeah. Well, it's not showing up down here.
Okay, well, I got two O's.
Okay.
Okay, so let's try this another way. Let's look at the city. What city are you in?
Casa Grande.
That's DE, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Wow.
so clearly right now you're invisible. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to come over to my LinkedIn. And I'm going to put in the chat the link to my LinkedIn profile. So you can go ahead and send me a connection request, and then I'll be able to find you.
Okay.
All right. So Barbara says, will the scripts be for the 3 social networks? Barbara, the scripts not only work for all 3 social networks, they work for people that you meet at the gym. They work for people anywhere. Tiffany, we're not going to have time this morning, but if you come back at 4 o'clock, we will. Okay, now, so at the end of the day, what LinkedIn does for you, let me come over here to my network. So every day you're going to get, once you start posting, once you start being active, what's going to happen is you're going to find all kinds of people are reaching out to you. And there's a little bit of a delay. So you can come down here and you can actually see the people that you want to talk to, distinguish them from the people that you don't. Every day, this is the beauty. You can come up here. And Teresa, what's your background? What's your professional background? What kind of work have you done?
I have been a registered nurse for 50 years and started doing some real estate, and now I'm doing a Melaleuca.
Okay, so let me show you something. If we come over here on LinkedIn, let's see how many registered nurses are on LinkedIn that you could talk to. There's 3,400,000.
Wow.
Now, that's registered nurse. If I just did nurse,
Wow.
5,200,000. Another way to search would be RN.
Right.
You got 3,430,000. Now we could break it down. That's a lot of people. And some people are going to be more open to making new friends, talking to people than others. So we could go over here and we say, show me all of the people in the United States. You got 2 million. Or we could turn around, we could say, you know what? Show me all the people, the nurses in Arizona, or Phoenix, or Tucson. So you got 43,000 nurses
Wow.
in Arizona. Now, I'm a little hesitant to show you this next one, because if I do, you won't sleep tonight. Okay, so let's go back over here
Okay.
and let's change the filter. Looking for opportunities. So there are 17,000 people that are looking for an opportunity in Arizona.
Wow.
If we open this up to the United States, we're looking at 2.2 million. All right, now
Wow.
here we go. Take a deep breath. Looking for opportunities. See how many nurses in Arizona are looking for an opportunity. You got 252. It's easy as one nurse to talk to another. Hey, you know, I've been in nursing for, what'd you say, 50 years?
Yep.
How long have you been a nurse? You could do the same thing for real estate. You could do the same thing for all kinds of people. There's no limit to the searches that you could engage in. And then it all comes down to conversation.
Yes.
All comes down to conversation. What do you say to these people? And so in my boot camps, we provide everybody with, I have to use the Saturday, the September boot camp, because as I mentioned earlier in the week, we're changing over to a whole new format, which I think all of you are going to love. But in boot camps, typically, these are 2-hour videos where we walk everybody through creating your page, connecting with people, communicating with them, and closing them. You can jump on these Ask Max sessions to get questions answered. We give you recordings of last month's boot camp. And then we have a profile guide and a scripts book that'll step you through the entire process. But when I work with people in boot camp, we kind of do it together. Now, as I said, the October boot camp is in a whole new place. Teresa, is this your first experience with network marketing, or have you been in other companies?
Oh, decades ago, I did Amway, but it didn't turn out to be what I thought it would be.
And how long have you been in Maluka?
Just a few months.
Okay. Well, Maluka is an easy business to build on the internet. Let me come back over here. And I'm going to bring up, I love success stories. So let me come back over here. I don't want to do home. Let me come back over here. That's it. Were you able to send me a connection request?
I don't quite have my.
Okay, that's all right. When we'll figure out a way to get it to you. Again, it all comes down to who are you talking to? Now, I have a student. Let's see. So Enrico has the professional version of Facebook, and he wants to change it back to the other one. So we're gonna help him with that. But let me come back over here. Now, Sam has been a student for a long time. And if I bring up his LinkedIn profile. Now let's bring up the message. He's been in boot camps a couple of times over the years. This year, he decided he really wanted to go fast. He was in a new company, and he's selling something that has a $5,000 price tag.
Ah,
All right. So I've been signing up people with 5,000 most of the time, and some are upgrading to 15,000 after a few weeks. This is an investment. You have, frankly, something that's going to be more appealing to the masses. You know, I mean, you got to have money for this.
yeah.
So in March, we did 2 coaching sessions. We set up his profile, showed him how to search, wrote some scripts for him, and he sent me this. It's been crazy 2 weeks. I sponsored 12 people, 2 weeks, 12 people in 14 days. And he's been spending a lot of time training them. Then a week later, thanks to your coaching, I added 21 new team members in the last 3 weeks. That's 1 a day.
Wow.
How did he do that? Says he helped me go from getting rejection after rejection to signing up 90% of the people that he talks to. So how did he do that? Let me come over to my network. So LinkedIn is going to give you all kinds of ways to reconnect with people that you've already talked to. You already your connections. First level. All right. And so they got 9,400 people. So what all of you would do is you would go over here to the search window, because now you're searching in these 9,400. And just type in looking. See how many people that you're connected to. There's 1,300 people that I'm connected to that are looking. If I went and brought up some of these people, I would see I've been connected to these people for a long time. But somehow along the line, we stopped communicating. Maybe I didn't answer them, they didn't answer me, or maybe they never. Darnell, we need to schedule another session. That 30-minute session we did was not enough time. When you send a connection request to somebody, if it shows up as you're not connected, it means they haven't accepted the connection yet. That's all. All right. All right. So we'll get it done on Monday. Now, what Sam did, Sam knows who he's looking for. if all of you know who your ideal prospect is, he's looking for investors. Right? So he typed in investor, brought it up. I think he had something like 600 investors. He's also looking for people in real estate, which is another big category, Teresa, of people. So I'm connected to 1,200 people in real estate. Let me undo this. So on LinkedIn in real estate, there are 5,690,000 people.
Wow.
Right now, think about this. You know what's happening with interest rates?
Yeah.
You know what's happening with the economy?
Yes.
We know what's happening with real estate sales.
Yeah.
Okay, so we could come up here and we could say, show me all of the people looking for opportunities in real estate. Now, looking for opportunities in real estate, there's multiple possibilities. So there's 54,000. So some people are looking for opportunities to invest in real estate. You're looking for people that want to get out of real estate, or you're looking for somebody, here you go, looking for new career opportunities.
Hmm.
All right, now we look at his profile. And we'll come down here. All right, so somewhere in his profile, he has the word real estate.
Hmm.
He was in the National Guard for 9 years, worked for the Postal Service for almost 2 years. Now he's currently working for the city of Caldwell. Okay, now, but he's looking for, let's look at it, let's see what we got here. So he's somewhere in his profile, he had real estate, but it doesn't matter. The bottom line is he's looking for an opportunity. Come back over here. Now, the key when we look at his profile is how active is he? Because if he's not active, reaching out to him would be a waste of time. So he posted something 7 months ago. But now LinkedIn has added comments. Well, he made a comment 7 months ago. Let's look at reactions. So 8 months ago. So he's, as long as it's under a year, he's still a decent prospect. Come down here a little further. You got 10 on a page. Look at Courtney. So she's looking for an opportunity. So she's been selling medical supplies for 9 months. She sold solar energy. But somewhere on her profile, she talks about real estate. Bottom line is she's looking for an opportunity. And that's what
Wow.
it's all about. Let me come up here and bring up. I want to bring up one of my students who, when we started working together, I think it was 3 years ago. Now, she'd been in Melaleuca for about 7 years.
Oh, wow.
Okay. But the person that brought her into the business was not in the business. So
Oh,
she didn't have anybody to help her.
mm,
And so she became what is known as an orphan. A lot, 70% of the people in network marketing, don't have anybody to work with. So,
yes.
by the way, do you have somebody to work with?
Yes, I do.
Are they very successful?
Not as much as I want to be.
Okay. So how successful do you want to be?
Oh boy. Pretty successful.
Okay. All right. So when first month I started working with her, her Melaleuca business doubled. Second month it tripled. And as she mastered this process, she discovered that she could do a lot of things on LinkedIn, not only her Melaleuca business, but she could do her insurance business. So she had started to apply it to sell insurance policies. And out of nowhere, all of a sudden, she's signing up, she's selling policies like crazy. So that the people that she worked for approach her and says, "Hey, what are you doing? Where are you getting all this business?" She says, "I'm getting it off LinkedIn." So they paid her $5,000 to train the other agents on how to use LinkedIn.
Well, that's incredible.
She ended up doing 4 different trainings. If I come over here and let's just pop up here because she sent me a copy. See, the thing I love about LinkedIn is everything is saved.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
if I come up here it is. It's in her $5,000 for training the other agents. Now, about 3 weeks ago, she called in. That's what my students do, and kind of share their latest results. And this is what she called in to say, and folks, this should motivate all of you.
I mean, Max, what you've taught me, obviously I've applied to my network marketing business and it absolutely works. We know that. It's a fact. You've done it with me, you've done it with so many others. But, one of the things I always say was, what you teach us, we can apply to any job. And it's the same technique, it's the same dance. And I've used it in the insurance world where I was recruiting for multiple agencies and using your techniques. I remember 1 month I recruited 40 insurance agents in 1 month. That's huge. And I know that you've worked with others that have built huge insurance agencies as well. Currently, I'm doing outside sales. I'm working for Republic Services, as you can see in my banner there. I have been with the company 2.5 months. I started in the beginning of May. And I told my manager when I was in the interview process how I thought that, I can apply LinkedIn and explode, this type of position. And it didn't register with him. And I waited and I said the first couple of weeks, I got to learn what I'm doing. I got that down. And then I said, I'm posting my first customer. So if you look back about a month, you'll see, Go Auto was my first post, nothing fancy. And then about a week ago, I think I did 5 posts in a row. And one of my posts for Red Arrow Diner has gotten over 6,000 views between two, it said, oh, do you want to post in restaurant group or whatever. So this one here is a nonprofit, the one that you have right there. So they do mental health. And, I've got 23 likes on that and a good number of views. This one was a little restaurant in Nashua, and I think it was over 1,100 views when I saw it last. So what I'm doing is I've got a little twist, a little auto dealership. I think that one had about 1,200 views when I first looked at it last one. I'm not even really, the diner one's my favorite, the next one right there. So this diner, Red Arrow Diner, been around for 100 years. And I just posted me with some of the guys outside and one of the owners, 67 people liked it. So using your technique, I do a little post, and the only thing I'm saying about Republic Services is welcome to the Republic Services family. So just doing that, is getting more engagement, more people within the company. But just in the last week or so, I've been asked, I trained my group of, my office, and now I've got my division manager sending out messages talking about how because of these couple of posts that I've done, I had someone on LinkedIn that I connected with on the 25th of June with my message one that you taught, copy paste, and I got a sale from that. And he's got 10 gas stations. So I'm getting the first one in August. And, as long as we deliver, which we will, I'll end up getting 10 locations from him seeing my posts that you taught us how to do. You know what I mean? So I have a little bit of a twist, but my manager sent out a message talking about how he sees the value of what I'm doing, talking about me being 310% of budget. Then it's gone out to the region. And now one of the division managers are reaching out. They're shocked at what I'm doing. They're talking about me training their leaders and their sales force.
So think about this. She's only been with the company for 3 weeks. She makes one sale, that 30 days later is going to turn into 9 more sales. One of my students connected with someone that owned 500 Pizza Huts.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, he got them all. One guy. It worked so well that he found another franchise owner for Pizza Huts, sold to them. So now he picked up 1,000 Pizza Huts in 30 days. It's all about who you talk to. Let me finish this.
They have 40,000 people that work for Republic Services. And this is like, breaking news, using LinkedIn to do what we're doing here. I just think super cool. It's like throwing that pebble in the water. And I just want to let you know, it's still having the ripple effect from what you and I have done.
So I have, I think 3 people on here that are, everybody that's on here, I think is a student. But I have 3 people here that are contemplating one-on-one coaching.
Why are they doing that, Matt? There's no question. The one-on-one coaching is where this all flips for me. You know what I mean? And after like my second session with you, we fixed the profile. You showed me the basics. I started running with it. I couldn't sleep at night. Once we started having our one-on-one sessions, I was getting up at 3, 4 in the morning, and I would start doing my connections, doing what you taught me. And as if you go back to our, trail there, I enrolled 3 people in one day when I was doing the network marketing. I got paid $5,000 to do 3 LinkedIn trainings for one of the insurance groups. Your training, your one-on-one coaching has opened up so many doors for me. So as time goes by, I always like to give you an update to let you know how I'm doing, but it all stems back to that one-on-one training that we did. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Were you surprised at how fast everything started to happen?
Initially, yeah. I mean, like, Max, I knew about you. I've heard about you from years before you and I had gotten together. I've watched some of the webinars that you had, but I mean, like immediately when we first started working together, it just was like a snowball effect. But when I take that into other areas and see how it explodes, like I can't tell you how excited I am about what I'm doing now. Seeing it with my upper management, how they're all like super excited. Many of those people that like this post are at Republic Services.
All right, we got some other questions, so let me get to some of these. So Robbie, let's take a look at Robbie's profile. So Ravi, you're in Oklahoma. Let me be careful what I close. Okay, let me unmute Robbie. Teresa, if you'll put your phone number in the chat, no one will see it. I can give you a call afterwards and help you find your profile. So Robbie.
Hey, man.
Yeah, hi. Okay, so are you still doing Easy One Up?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Are you working with Peter, come on, Wolfing? I mean, he's the guy that started it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then they recently got bought out.
Okay, so for one thing, you absolutely need to update your profile.
Okay.
Bring it up to date.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, there. If you take a look at your profile, all right. Now let's take a look. Your profile gives you all kinds of information about yourself
Okay.
to people. So you are free to go out, start making connections.
And how many connections now will a Lincoln lady make a week without them cutting you off before they cut you off?
You can make realistically about 20 a day.
Okay.
20 a
Okay.
day, Monday through Friday, that's 100.
Okay.
That's all you need. I worked with a woman a few years ago in the UK who, after 2 months after we started working together, she was the #2 recruiter in the business.
Wow.
Okay.
What company?
An Easy One Up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In fact,
Wow.
yeah. In fact, what I can do is I could message you her story.
Okay.
It turned out that the #1 guy and the #3 person were also my students. So yeah, and it was, it's
So your system works. I mean, that's all there is to it.
well, yeah. Well, not only does it work, see, it's all about knowing who to talk to.
Right.
Okay, but the other part is you have to, man, we got to really work on this profile, because if you're looking for somebody, I mean, what you're selling, it's a $7,000 package, right? Or did they raise the price?
I came in at $25.
It's $25.
That's first level.
Okay,
There's
first level. Yeah,
different levels.
right. Well, you don't make any money selling the $25 level.
But I can't afford anything. I can't afford anything else right now.
Gotcha. Well, I'll tell you, let me do this. I'm going to put this in the chat. This is a, let me find it. This is you can register for my boot camp. Put it in the chat. Now Teresa writes,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Tiffany wrote, I was able to do 25 a day.
Are you gonna answer my questions, Max?
I thought I answered the whole thing. Let me see. Come back. Okay. So how long would you have a person before following up? And will it be okay if I could check back with them whenever you said to approach people with another deal? First of all, what I would do before I start reaching back to people, you need to work on your profile.
Okay.
Okay, you need to give yourself, but you know, you could go back and reconnect with somebody that you told about one business opportunity. And you can go back and say, hey, well, you got to follow the scripts. Okay. I have scripts for that.
Where's that in the book?
It's in the scripts book. If you in boot camp, we have first we have a profile guide.
Right. I have all that, and that's what I used right there.
Okay. Well, yeah, but you got a lot, man, there's a lot more. There's a lot more blanks to fill in. Now, the scripts book, I know Peter had my endless release program. I think it's not the same scripts book because this one was updated a month ago. And the
Right.
one that you have probably is
I think I have the one from 22 or 21, maybe.
yeah, well, I mean, yeah, okay, maybe. Okay, but anyway, the bottom line is that there are scripts here that will tell you exactly how to approach people and how to, you know, what to say to them. But it all comes back, at the end of the day, it all comes back to conversation.
So in the scripts book, there's a script to go reapproach a person that you've already approached with a
No.
different business.
No. It's, you got the initial approach scripts. That's not a bad idea to add that to the next scripts book edition we do.
So how would I reapproach somebody without alienating them, without pissing them off?
Well, it depends on who they are, what your relationship is with them. Okay, now if you're talking about approaching somebody on LinkedIn, you in my opinion, and it's a pretty weighty opinion, you're not going to sell anything to anybody on LinkedIn with that profile. You have no credibility.
Okay.
You have to beef up your credibility. People have to look at you and they have to say, hey, this is someone that I could like. This is someone that I could trust. In fact, I don't look in here often enough. Let me come back over here. I want to show you. Here's a young man. I started working with Francisco over 20 years ago when he was building a prepaid legal business. He's making about $3,000 a month. He's in his 20s. He's happy. And he comes back 3 years ago, jumps back into another network marketing company. Now let's look at his profile. All right. So there's nothing on, he works for the Chicago Park Department. All right. Nothing on his profile that says anything about network marketing. All right. He started going after what we call whales, people with large, you know, it's seasoned, experienced network marketers. Let's look at all of this. All right. So he starts reaching out to network marketers and other companies. They're not happy. He's bringing whales into his business. Whales. So we come up here and we can look. All right, and so here in March, just a few months ago, my team grew to 400,000 people by the end of last year. So he's working with 30 whales. A whale joined his business in December with a team of 200,000 people. But he decided to wait until after the holidays were over before he started to try to bring them over to his new business. So he expected to end the year with 500,000. All of his leaders rave about what he's teaching them. Everybody loves him. His time is spending, most of his time is now spending training other people. Okay.
Right.
All right, now let's just come down a little further. So in March, the whale that he brought over in December has added 80,000 people to his business. Everyone is highly motivated and excited because your strategies and scripts are helping almost everyone. Everybody loves him because he's teaching them what I taught him. But before you get anywhere with any of those people, man, your profile needs a lot of work because it gives everybody, gives you credibility.
Should I put the company I'm with on my profile or no?
No, it's about you. It's
Okay.
about you.
So go back to that profiles checklist and make sure I do everything in that book.
That's right. That's right. And then
Okay.
you can go through the scripts book. But if you want to go, you need a little help, then I'm putting in the chat window a link. So you can jump into boot camp. Now remember this, the promo code that's in there is only going to, if any of you have the older promo codes, you need to, they're not going to work after today. This is the only promo code that's going to work to register for boot camp. And in this boot camp, we're going to be talking about Instagram. And of course, it has an extra session as well. Teresa, are you available after, let's see, 11:30? 11:30 my time is 9:30 your time.
Yeah, we just have a doctor's appointment online in just a few minutes, so that I'm gonna have to leave.
Okay.
But
Well,
yes, after that, I'm okay.
Yeah, you'll recognize my number. The last four digits of my phone number is 0007
Okay.
when I call you. I'm glad you're here. And as for the rest of you, let me just say hello to Francisco because it's always nice to.
Here, let's see what's going on with it. Okay. I'm gonna have to say,
Hey, good morning, Francisco. I got to jump in a minute or two. I'm glad to see you. I'm going to be adding Instagram. Do you do much with Instagram now?
Myself,
Yeah.
once in a good while, I'll look at certain people who I want to talk to and I'll chat. I usually stay on either LinkedIn or Twitter.
Mhm.
Instagram, I haven't really played too much with it. Usually when you bring it up, I'll grab little ideas from you and we just take it from there.
Well, the people that are going to really want to use Instagram are the people that have a lot of activity on Facebook. I just started working with two Herbalife president's team members, which is a top position. I worked with them 3.5 years ago, and back then they don't have any internet tools. So now they have an internet tool, and it's pretty extensive and it's pretty impressive. And it revolves around Instagram and Facebook. So we're in the October bootcamp, we're gonna add Instagram so that it's the same. It doesn't matter what the social network is. The bottom line is anybody that created a profile is a person, and you know enough about the other person to know whether you want to talk to them or not. That's the whole deal. The more you talk to people, the more people you talk to, the better you're going to do. So we will be back at 4 o'clock this afternoon. We'll jump into some accounts and go over conversations and show you how this whole thing works. But folks, listen, the measure of your success is enrollments. How many people are you talking to every day is important. How many people are you showing the business to every day? But ultimately, at the end of the day, the most important thing is enrollments. And I can tell you right now that there is no easier way, there is no faster way for anybody to build a business. If there was, after 28 years, I'd be teaching that. Okay? So until next time, let me look in the box one more time. Answered that one. Until next time, best of luck in building your business. God bless. And I hope to see all of you in the October bootcamp. Now, you don't have to wait until October. As soon as you register, you'll have access to the recorded sessions of our September bootcamp.